Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the 11th International Conference on Climate Change ICC 2025. We are now in Parallel 1, Session 1. In this session, we will watch your Pecha Kucha presentation videos. Let's start with the first presentation, titled Optimizing Induction Sealing for Milk Bottles at Different Conveyor Speeds.
Hello everyone, my name is Rizky Amalia Nurfitriani. I'm from State Polytechnic of Jember and I want to presentation about the optimizing induction sealing for milk bottle at different conveyor speed with our team research from Polyg. Okay, so what is the problem? Why sealing matter? Because the milk bottles are highly susceptible to contamination during storage and distribution. Without proper sealing, microorganisms can compromise product quality, safety, and shelf life. So we should setting about the time or speed induction sealing. What are the opportunities? It's about 3 points. It's about aluminum foil plastic, induction sealing, and precision control, variable speed setting, optimize seal quality for the different bottle volume and materials. And why does it matter? This research focused on milk bottle packaging using aluminum foil plastic and adjusting the speed of the induction sealing machine. The machine speed setting plays a crucial role in accepting optimal sealing results. So how is this research or study addressing it? This study addresses this contamination issue by testing the effectiveness of aluminum foil sealing at different machine speed and identify the optimal setting that ensure leak-free and durable seals. And then about what did you do? The location is our teaching factory milk at Jember State Polytechnic, and then our product bottle is 200 milliliter milk bottle sealed with alufoil plastic using induction sealing machine with 3 treatment and 3 replication. And our found that statistical analysis confirmed significant differences in sealing time across all 3 speeds, with faster speed reducing sealing duration. With the 3 treatment, the 10, 15 and 20 RPM. What the difference does it make? About the sealing time, the lowest sealing time was obtained at 20 RPM, and different letter indicate significant difference. Physical that no leakage occurred at 10 RPM and 15 RPM. Alpha seal, and then about the vacuum seal. What will contribute to the study contributes to improving milk packaging safety and shelf life. It identifies the optimal sealing speed with 10 RPM. The finding can be applied to ensure production efficiency and product quality in the dairy industry. So thank you. This bottle or this product is from our teaching factory from Polyg. So I hope we can collaboration to improve the quality of the bottle and the quality of product in our teaching factory. Thank you.
For the next presentation session, entitled 3 Species Distribution Analysis for Eco-Forest City Development in Medan, North Sumatra, Indonesia. If you have any questions regarding the previous presentation, please kindly write them in the chat box.
Hello everybody, my name is Sato from Natural Research and Environmental Management Study Program. Postgraduate School, Universitas Sumatera Utara, and I will be presenting our research titled Tree Species Distribution Analysis for Ecoforest City Development in Medan Belawan Subdistrict North Sumatra, Indonesia. Medan Belawan, a rapidly urbanizing coastal district, faces three major environmental challenges: degradation of mangrove ecosystems, and imbalanced distribution of green open space, and then weak green-blue connectivity. Despite this pressure, trees are significant opportunities. Extensive mangrove ecosystem as a natural ecological buffer, adoption of nature-based solutions and ecoforestry models, and use of species distribution and spacing analysis for adaptive planning. Urban ecosystems influence livability, air quality, and climate resilience. By mapping and diversifying vegetation prevent single species dominance, provide scientific evidence for climate-adaptive urban planning. The findings can guide other Indonesian coastal cities. We are applied an integrated community ecology analysis and GISP spatial analysis, and evaluated species composition and diversity index. Data collection: tree census deviates at least 20 centimeters in all terrestrial GOS units, 10 by 10 meter sampling plot, and GIS data, and analysis computed ecological index and independent domain. We recorded 12 tree species comprising 218 individuals, with Avicenna marina as the dominant species. This demonstrates strong ecological dependence of mangroves and minimal island vegetation, and imbalance requiring urgent intervention. The study establishes a quantitative baseline for ecological management and introduces index-based adaptive monitoring. Such adaptive thresholds can guide biodiversity restoration and maintain ecological balance. Protect conserving mangrove cores, diversify enriching terrestrial corridors with mixed species, rehabilitate reconnecting landscape through bioswale and blue-green corridor. This model supports coastal resilience, carbon sequestration, and multi-stakeholder governance linking policy, community, and science. In conclusion, restoring ecological balance through diversity and collaboration is key to a resilient coastal.
For the next presentation session, entitled Interaction of Soil Characteristics with Subterranean Termite Diversity in Pine and Rosewood Stands in Alas Bromo, Karanganyar, Central Java. If you have any questions regarding the previous presentation, please kindly write them in the chat box.
Hello everyone, I am Zara Putriaryani from the Soil Science Universitas 11 Maret. My research title Interaction of Soil Characteristic with Subterranean Termite Diversity in Pine and Rosewood Stand in Alas Bromo, Central Java, Indonesia. Climate change has impacted the condition of tropical forest ecosystem and soil termite habitat. Lack of understanding of the relationship between soil characteristic and subterranean termite diversity. Difference in soil condition and vegetation between pine and rosewood stand that influence termite community. Improving our knowledge of soil fauna interaction, especially termite in tropical forest ecosystem management and conservation. and supporting efforts to mitigate the impact of climate change on soil ecosystem function. First, understanding soil fauna interaction. Second, guiding forest management and conservation. And third, climate change mitigation.
Now, let me explain our survey method. We used exploration with a modified terrain check for sample collection. Locations were selected based on the same planting year, and sampling time was determined according to rainfall periods.
Here's how we collected the sample. Thermal sampling was carried out by digging the soil along the sub-transect for 30 minutes. The collected termites and soil samples were then analyzed in the laboratory. On the research we found for termite genera, Microthermes, Schedorhinothermes, Odontothermes, and Macrothermes. In the pen stand, 4 genera we found, while in the rosewood stand, 3 genera were identified. The most dominant genus in both stands was Microthermes. This slide explains how soil characteristics relate to termite diversity. We analyzed termite diversity using the Shannon-Wiener index under different soil characteristics. This relationship is also influenced by environmental factors. Finally, this research contributes to the Sustainable Development Goals, or SDGs specifically, Life on Land, that SDGs 15, and Climate Action, SDGs 13. By understanding soil-fauna interaction, this study provides valuable insight for sustainable forest management and climate resilience. Thank you very much for your attention. I hope my presentation has given you a clear understanding of how soil properties interact with termite diversity.
Thank you so much for your attendance and participation. We will now have a 15-minute break. The next session, session 2, will begin at 3:50 p.m. Indonesia Western Time. See you after the break.